hit rock bottom, and this is how he fought back. Most people don't know what rock bottom really is. They think it's a bad day, a breakup, getting fired. That's nothing. Rock bottom is when your mind, your body, your soul, all of it is broken. When the mirror shows you a version of yourself that even you can't recognize. That's where I was. 297 pounds, fat, depressed, insecure, lying to myself every day. I couldn't even run to the mailbox without gasping for air. But I didn't stay there. I didn't wait for someone to rescue me. I didn't pray for comfort. I didn't hide in distractions. I chose pain. I chose discipline. I chose war. This is how I clawed my way out of hell. And if I did it, so can you. Own your truth or live a lie. The first step was brutal. I had to stare into the ugliest parts of myself without flinching. The weight, the fear, the laziness. It was me, not bad luck, not my environment. Me. You want to change your life. Start by calling yourself out. Stop sugarcoating your failures. Stop blaming the world. Rip the band. Date off and expose the wound. That's the only way it can heal. Pain is the only way out. I didn't take shortcuts. I didn't look for hacks. I embraced the suck. Every mile I ran, every push-up I did, every cold shower I took. I was reprogramming my mind to love the suffering. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from the edge. It comes when your legs want to quit, but your mind says, hell no. Pain is the currency of transformation. Paid in full, the mind is a liar. Prove it wrong, your mind will tell you you're done at 40%. That you can't go any further, that you're not good enough, smart enough, strong enough. That voice is a liar. I've run on broken legs, gone through Navy SEAL hell weeks, and lived in darkness. Not because I'm special, but because I stopped listening to that voice. You want to win. You've got to dominate your mind before you dominate the world. Become your OWN hero. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your coach. You've got to be your own rescue team. Build your own armor. Become the person you needed when you were weak. I stopped idolizing people and started becoming someone I could be proud of. That's what real success is. Becoming your own hero. OWN your truth or live ALA 700 words. You want to change your life? Then you better start with the ugliest truth you've been avoiding. You can't fake this. You can't walk around pretending to be something you're not while your entire life burns behind you. The world's full of liars, and the worst ones lie to themselves. You've been wearing a mask for years, smiling in public, dying in silence, telling yourself you're fine when everything inside you is screaming. That's what rock bottom really is. It's not the pain, it's the damn dishonesty. It's looking in the mirror and not recognizing the coward staring back at you. You don't even flinch anymore when you break a promise to yourself. You say you're gonna wake up early, work out, quit drinking, stop scrolling, and you never do. And somehow you've made peace with that failure. You've numbed it, buried it under excuses. That's not peace. That's death in slow motion. The turning point starts when you own every single part of who you are. That means the weak parts, the lazy parts, the undisciplined parts, the victim mindset, the procrastinator, the quitter, the liar. If you're not willing to admit it, you're not ready to change. You can't outwork a lie. You can't hustle past denial. If you want out of the darkness, you've got to walk through the fire of truth. So ask yourself, what lies are you living? What lies are you defending? Are you still blaming your childhood, your boss, your genetics, your environment? Let me tell you something. Excuses are chains. They keep you locked in that version of yourself that you hate but are too afraid to kill off. Stop waiting for someone to validate your pain. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission to rise. You've already got the key. You just don't want to use it because it burns. You want freedom. Earn it. Own every bad choice you made. Own every skipped workout. Every fast food binge. Every relationship you destroyed because you couldn't control your ego. Every time you quit when it got uncomfortable. You chose that, and the second you own it, the second you stare it in the face without blinking, you get power, real power, not the fake kind that comes from likes, compliments, or followers. I'm talking about the kind of power that changes lives. Yours first. This isn't about shame. This isn't about guilt. It's about accountability. You want to respect yourself, then you better start telling the truth. Every day, every hour, every damn second. You better build a relationship with that mirror again, because until you can look yourself in the eye and say, I know who I am, and I know who I refuse to be ever again, you're still a prisoner. Doesn't matter how many motivational videos you watch. Doesn't matter what you post. If your daily habits are built on lies, your life will collapse. Guaranteed. Owning your truth is a daily war because the lie is always waiting. It's in your phone. It's in your comfort. It's in your desire to be accepted. The truth, that's cold. That's uncomfortable. That's lonely. But it's also where freedom lives. It's where you rebuild yourself from the ashes. It's where you start earning self-respect brick by brick, sweat by sweat, truth by truth. You're either living a truth or building a lie. Every choice you make feeds one of those two wolves. One of them is killing you. The other one is saving you. Decide which one gets stronger. You want to rise from rock bottom? Start here. Strip yourself down to the core. No filters, no masks, just raw, painful, brutal honesty. Admit who you are, accept it. Then get to *****ing work. Pain is the only WT if you think you're going to change your life. Without pain, you've already lost. Pain is the gatekeeper. It's the toll you pay to earn your freedom. There is no shortcut, no life coach, no 5-step program. No book, podcast, or video is going to bypass the suffering. Pain is the doorway, and most people see it and run the other way. They rather stay broken than bleed to become whole. That's why 99% never make it out. You want transformation, then stop running from pain and start chasing it. The world's gotten soft. Everybody's looking for comfort. They want results without the work, muscles without soreness, peace without war, confidence without scars. But you know what creates real growth? Adversity, challenge, sacrifice, pain. You've got to be willing to suffer. You've got to be willing to put yourself in the fire and stay there longer than anyone else. You don't build strength when things are easy. You build it when everything in you is begging you to quit and you don't. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally. It's your teacher, your mirror. It shows you where you're weak, where you're soft, where you've been hiding, and the only way to destroy weakness is to walk straight into the discomfort. Sit in it, learn from it, let it change you. Most people avoid this. They numb themselves with food, social media, alcohol, comfort. But guess what? You can't escape the pain. You're either suffering now to evolve or you'll suffer later with regret. That's your only choice. I've crawled through workout with broken bones. I've run on torn legs. I've screamed in agony through training that would make most people puke. Not because I enjoy pain, but because I respect what it creates. Every drop of sweat, every moment of burning lungs, every second of mental agony. It all added layers to me. Layers of discipline, layers of grit. Layers of unbreakable resolve that didn't come from feeling good. It came from suffering with purpose. Look at your life right now. What's making you uncomfortable? Is it waking up early? Good. Set the alarm earlier. Is it running when your legs are short? Good. Run further. Is it facing your demons in silence when nobody's watching? Good. Sit with them longer. That's how you escape the prison of who you used to be. You earn your way out through pain. You're not owed greatness. You're not entitled to results. You've got to go into the furnace and burn for them. Most people won't. Most people tap out the second they feel resistance. That's why they stay the same, but not you. If you're reading this, you've got a shot, a real shot, because now you know the truth. The pain you're avoiding is the path. That's your map. Every ounce of suffering is sharpening. You just haven't seen it that way yet. You want to escape rock bottom, then stop asking, how do I avoid pain? And start asking, how much can I endure? Because that's the question that separates the strong from the weak, the driven from the distracted, the elite from the average. How much can you suffer and still keep going? How many punches can life throw before you stand back up with blood in your mouth and fire in your eyes? Pain builds calluses, not just on your hands, but on your mind. And when your mind gets calloused, nothing can break you. Not failure, not rejection, not fear. You become a different breed. Not because life got easier, but because you got harder. So stop hiding. Stop praying for comfort. Start chasing the pain. Welcome it, hunt it, feed off it, because on the other side of that agony is your new life. And only those who are willing to walk through the fire ever get to feel what it means to be truly alive. The mind is a liar. Prove it wrong, let me break something down real clear. Your mind is not your friend. Not at first. It's a liar, a manipulator, a soft-talking traitor that whispers garbage into your ears every day. You're tired, you've done enough, you can skip this one, you're not built for this. You can't do that. You'll fail. They're better than you. That voice is always there, and if you don't learn to dominate it, it will own you. Most people never realize this because they listen to that voice like it's gospel. They let that inner bitch dictate their life. One moment of resistance, one flicker of discomfort, and boom, they quit. Not because they're weak in the body, but because their mind talked them out of being strong. They believe that voice like it's truth, and the mind keeps winning day after day, turning warriors into spectators, lions into lambs. Here's the truth: your mind wants to keep you safe, comfortable. It's been wired for survival, not greatness. So anytime you push beyond average, anytime you step into pain, anytime you risk something, your mind starts lying. It tells you that you're not ready, that it's too much, that you'll break. It builds a ceiling around your potential and dares you to climb, but that ceiling, that's a lie. You're not operating at 100%. You're barely at 40%. The trick is learning to recognize when the mind is bullshitting you. You know how you do that. You test it. Every single day you go to war with that voice. You get up when it says sleep in. You run when it says rest. You push when it says stop. You suffer when it begs for ease, and every time you do that, you chip away at the lie. You start showing your mind who's in charge. You ever been in the middle of a workout, legs shaking, lungs screaming, and suddenly your mind says, that's it. You're done, and then you keep going. That's proof the voice was wrong. That's proof that you were stronger than it told you, and the more you do that, the more powerful you become, not just physically, but mentally. You start creating evidence, real data that proves your mind is full of shit. People always ask, how do I build mental toughness? You build it by destroying lies. You don't read about it. You don't watch a motivational video and suddenly become iron. Will, no, you earn it by standing in the arena, by taking hits, by failing and showing up again. Every time your mind says you can't and you still do, you're proving it wrong. You're rewriting the code. You're reprogramming that voice. The mind will always try to protect you with limitations. You want to go for that promotion. It'll say you're not qualified. You want to start that business. It'll say you're not smart enough. You want to run that ultra marathon. It'll say you'll collapse. Every time you try to level up, that voice shows up with fear, doubt, excuses, and if you give in once, it gets louder, stronger, bolder. But every time you fight back, every time you prove it wrong, you break it down, you weaken the lie, you take the power back. But this isn't a one-time battle. This is daily warfare. The mind doesn't stay quiet just because you had a good day. You've got to check it every morning. You've got to challenge it every night. You've got to live like a savage inside your own skull. Because the second you let it win, it starts building momentum. And momentum in the wrong direction is dangerous. So here's the mission. Become your own mind's worst nightmare. Don't negotiate with the voice. Dominate it. Don't argue with it. Prove it wrong every day, in the cold, in the silence, in the pain. Show that liar it picked the wrong body to live in. Show it that you're not just built for war. You are the war. Because once you own your mind, nothing else can own you. Become your OWN hero. There comes a moment in life when you realize that no one's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your coach, not your boss, not God. Some guru on Instagram. No one. You're in the middle of the storm and the world just keeps spinning. You scream out for help, but all you hear is silence. That's when the truth hits you like a punch to the gut. If you want to make it out alive, you've got to become your own damn hero. Most people waste years waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for someone to push them, waiting for some lucky break. You want to know what waiting gets you? Regret, weakness, a graveyard full of potential. Nobody's coming, and if you keep depending on someone else to light your fire, then you're going to freeze to death when they leave. You need to be your own spark. When you hit rock bottom, you either rot there or you rise, but rising ain't automatic. It's not destiny. It's earned through grit, through sweat, through blood, through war with yourself. You don't become your own hero by talking about it. You become it by doing the shit nobody else wants to do, by holding yourself accountable when nobody's watching, by waking up earlier than you want to, by doing the extra reps, by choosing discipline over dopamine. That's where heroes are built, not on stages, not in spotlight, but in the trenches when no one gives a damn. Look at who you are right now. Are you the person you'd look up to? Are you someone your younger self would admire or someone they'd cry to become? That's the question. Because we all had a version of ourselves that dreamed of more, stronger, braver, tougher, relentless. That version is still inside you. You buried it under excuses, fear, comfort, and failure. Your job now is to resurrect that warrior. You want real strength, build your own foundation, brick by brick. Don't borrow it from someone else. Don't lean on someone to carry you. Learn to carry yourself. You've got to be the one who gets yourself up off the floor when life knocks you out. You've got to be the one who trains your body, sharpens your mind, strengthens your soul. You've got to be the one who sets your own standards and refuses to lower them for anyone. Heroes aren't born, they're forged in fire, in silence, in isolation, while the world sleeps and you grind, while others break and you endure, while others blame and you own it. That's how you become someone worth respecting, not because of applause, but because you know what you overcame to become who you are. But don't get it twisted. It's not about ego. It's not about proving anything to anyone. It's about becoming the person you needed when you were broken. It's about showing up for that weak version of yourself that cried in the dark, that version of you who wanted to quit, who felt worthless. That person needs ******ing hero, and it has to be you. Be the kind of person that doesn't flinch in adversity. Be the kind of person who doesn't fold under pressure. Be the kind of person who doesn't need approval, attention, or pity. Be the kind of person who walks into chaos and says, "I got this." That's what becoming your own hero looks like. It's not pretty. It's not inspirational. It's war. It's scars. It's sacrifice. And it's worth every damn second. Because once you become your own hero, you'll never need saving again. You'll move through life like a force, not hoping for mercy, but creating your own path, and the world, it'll either try to keep up with you or get out of your way. So stop looking around. Stop asking for a sign. Stop waiting for someone to push you. Push yourself. Save yourself. Build yourself. Be the *****ing hero you were waiting for. ****, never forget who you were. LETIT fuel you. Most people are trying to forget who they were. They're ashamed of their past. They bury it, lock it away, pretend it never happened. But that's a mistake, a fatal one. You want to become unbreakable. You want to rise from rock bottom and stay up there. Then you better hold tight to who you used to be. Not to live in the past, but to fuel the fire. Because the old you is your most powerful weapon. I keep that version of myself close, the broken one, the insecure one, the weak, soft, lost one who quit everything and blamed everyone. That guy who looked in mirror and hated what he saw. That version of me, he never goes away, and I don't want him to, because every day I wake up, he's a reminder of what I'll never be again. That's what most people don't get. They think success means running from the past, leaving it behind, but the past doesn't stick. Buried, it haunts you until you turn around and own it, use it, stand on it. If you forget where you came from, you'll get soft. You'll start thinking you've made it. You'll start letting the old habits creep back in. That's how you fall again. That's how you end up right back in that hole you fought so hard to climb out of. The past is your truth. It's the proof of your pain, your failures, your rock bottom. It's what forged you, and if you carry it the right way, not as baggage, but as ammunition, you'll stay sharp. You'll stay focused. You'll stay hungry when the alarm goes off at 4:30 and every bone in your body screams to stay in bed. You don't think about motivation. You think about the old you, that undisciplined, overweight, weak version that would have hit snooze 10 times. That guy who wanted to change but never had the guts to do it. You get up because you refuse to let that person win again. When you're in the middle of a brutal workout, soaked in sweat, shaking, gasping for air, and your mind starts whispering, "You've done enough," you don't listen. You think about who you used to be, the quitter, the excuse maker, the victim, and that rage lights you up. That's not just discipline. That's revenge against your former self. That version of you that failed, that version still wants to come back every day. It's in the back of your mind waiting. It wants you to skip the gym, slack off, cheat, quit. But if you keep that memory alive, if you remember how it felt to be weak, to be lost, to be miserable, you'll never let it take over again. You want to win, then never get comfortable. Never let the old pain fade. Keep it alive like a scar that never fully heals. Not to feel sorry for yourself, but to remind yourself of the war you've already fought. Darkness you crawled through, the hell you survived, that's your fuel, that's your edge. When others are coasting, you're grinding. When they relax, you remember. Success without hunger is temporary. Confidence without memory is fragile. You stay hungry by keeping that ghost of your past close. Stare at him every day and say, "Not today. Not ever again." That's how you stay dangerous. That's how you stay ready. Forget who you were, you get soft, you slip. And before you know it, you are him again. But if you carry that version like a weapon, you'll never fall asleep at the wheel. You'll keep pushing, keep sharpening, keep showing the world that you didn't just change, you transformed. You earned this life through blood and sacrifice, and you'll burn the whole world down before you go back to who you were. So don't forget, don't run from it, don't hide it. Remember who you were and use it like gasoline on a fire that never goes out. There is no way out, only through. You've heard the truth, raw, unfiltered, unforgiving. This ain't a movie. This ain't some inspirational fluff to make you feel good. This is warfare against your weakness, against your comfort, against the old version of you that damn near killed your future. Rock bottom isn't where life ends, it's where war begins. When I was broken, fat, lost, depressed, nobody saved me, nobody pulled me up. I crawled out of hell with blood in my mouth and fire in my heart. And if you've hit rock bottom, good. That's your foundation. Build there, bleed there, rise there, because the only way out is through. No excuses, no waiting, no pity, just work. You want strength, suffer for it. You want pride, earn it. You want freedom, fight for it. The pain you're running from is the key to everything you've ever wanted. The voice telling you to quit. The enemy, silence it, starve it, break it, and when you stand in front of the mirror, face dripping in sweat, body shaking, mind screaming, and you don't quit, that's the day you're reborn, not as who you were, but as who you were meant to become. So get up, stay hard, keep grinding. Rock bottom was your wake-up call. Now go to war.